What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Quadcast, the show where we get real, get raw, and get loud about mental health, substance use, and the fight to take our lives back.
Each episode, we're cutting through the stigma, dropping knowledge, sharing stories, and bringing the heat with guests who have lived it and aren't afraid to talk about it.
So turn it up, lock in, and let's break barriers, spark change, and build a community that refuses to stay silent. You're tuned into the Quadcast, and let's get into it.
You can find us on Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, or email us. The Quadcast is always looking for new guests, whether you're individuals that have experienced it, you're in law enforcement, treatment programs, nurses, doctors, or anyone that just has something to say. Come share your story with us on mental health or substance abuse.
Warning, there's cussing in this video. If you don't like swear words, well, you're
watching the wrong damn show.
It's just like we were talking, I think, before we came on the recording, talking about how, most medication-assisted treatment drugs, like, for example, methadone, Suboxone, all these things, they are meant to be tapered off. There needs to be a plan in place.
Sure.
And when you talk to someone who's been on methadone for 16 years, when you talk to somebody who's been on Suboxone for 15 years, and there's no plan to ever taper off. Now, granted, in some cases, when there's extreme, like there's pain, something of that nature, that's one thing. But for personal experience, when I sent somebody to a treatment facility for alcohol and they got put on Suboxone for alcohol.
For alcohol?
I called the guy. I said, "Hey, man, I'm just checking in on you. How you been?" He's like, "I'm good." He said, "Actually, I'm going to the clinic." I said, "To the clinic?" He said, "Yeah, I got to get my Suboxone." I said, "Whoa, I thought you told me you were just alcohol." He said, "Yeah, but they got me on this Suboxone now because they can make money from it. They could bill for it." And you find that so much.
So you literally just gave them another substance?
Yeah.
To get rid, because he was suffering from one.
He was suffering
gave him another one.
He was suffering from alcohol, and then you gave him one that he had never experienced before, so you could have him come back. And
what the fuck?
That is man. Watch the movie Body Brokers if you've never watched it.
Body Brokers.
Body Brokers. It's a lot about the treatment field and how. Like, there used to be a thing back in the day called, like, the Florida Shuffle. There was a thing going around West Virginia last year. A company from California was coming down to rural parts of our state, setting up a table.
Okay.
And they would say, "Hey, your West Virginia Medicaid will cover for you to go to California for 90 days and do treatment." What they were really doing, they would get you on the flight. They would get on the marketplace under your name. They would buy Blue Cross Blue Shield. They would pay the premium. They would bill the crap out of that insurance as long as they could. And then they would turn you out in the streets in California. And I know that for a fact because I got called from people saying, "Dave, I'm stuck in California." And they were doing this across the state. I'm telling you, there's so many bad actors in it.
What the hell?
Yeah. It's, so what I'm trying to find a charity flight to get these people back to West Virginia.
Right.
Because they got scammed. They got duped. And so every little while, you'll see another scam pop up.
I'm not surprised it was California, but.
Yeah, they were all, those commercials you see, they get paid for by, scam. And it was like, "Oh, well, we'll sign them up. We'll pay it." Sure, they'll pay a small premium because they're going to bill for thousands of dollars.
Right.
And then they're like, they don't even have the decency to send you home. Just turn you out. So you got people from Boone County stuck outside Los Angeles. How you think that's going to go?
Not very well.
No.
That'd be like taking somebody from California and putting them in Boone County.
It's not going to work, man.
It ain't ever going to work.
Yeah, and just there's always, and but in our field, but in every field, there are bad actors, and if there is a way for somebody to figure out a way to make a sneaky buck, they're going to find it and they're going to do
absolutely. And that's never going to change, though.
The only thing is like I said, I pride myself on, You will never do it around me. You'll never ask me to be a part of it because I will tell you to go fuck yourself every time.
Yeah.
And I stand sorry for that language, but that is
crazy.
that is the way I feel about it. And my wife knows. My wife's been around, and she knows. She also knows the field, and she'll tell you like she takes pride in the fact that she knows that that's never going to be me. Like the human component to me, I don't know how I could put my head on my pillow at night and be like, man, I got 3 of those today. I got those. I traded for those bad boys. No, I'm the human component that goes, did that guy get to treatment? I'm calling saying, did he get there? Did he make it? Is he good? Do you need anything? Cool. Y'all call me if you need anything.
The selfless side.
And that's the, part. And I always tell people that I'm a West Virginian helping West Virginians because that's what people do in West Virginia. Make sure you tell me when you get home.
Yeah. Watch for deer.
Watch for deer. Have you ate? You got something to eat? That's the way you got to be.
You want some leftovers?
Yeah, I got some over here.
Yeah, you want to take them home?
And watch for deer. I need that because I've hit like 4 in the past 5 years. But that's that.
Well, you better watch when you leave.
I'm already thinking. I saw.
I mean, they looking at your car out the door.
I saw it was dark. They're probably like, that's the guy that killed my cousin. But like
he got Jimmy.
Like we're gonna get him now. But it's it's all those things, and it's if you and like my old man said this all the time, and like I quote my old man a lot. The longer he's been gone, the more I quote him. And I said, I hope my kids are like that someday. But he always told me, if you're doing what is right in your heart, you'll never be wrong.
Yeah.
And man, I live by it, and I try to do what that absolute right thing. And that's why I told you that's why I don't give a damn what people say about me because I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm about, and keep talking, and it's fine. God bless. Like,
right.
I'm doing what's right. I'm doing what my dad told me to do, and that's called loving people and trying to meet them where they are, and like that's all we can do until we figure out a better way. Like the only thing we can do now is like we tread water,
right,
and we save some lives. And there's I know some actually here in Greenbrier County that amazing people that came through my program.
Sure.
And the coolest thing is when they still stay in contact.
Absolutely.
Uncle Dave, man, hey bud, I saw you doing this, man, love it. Or like, I'll post about our bed openings, and then they're reposting it. They're like telling people, I went to this place. It's a good place. That's a big deal.
Absolutely. But that's that breaking the cycle is it's totally 180.
Yeah.
Like before, those people were trashing treatment,
and
now they're pushing treatment. Yeah, and just to go along with what staying in touch. When I got out of the hospital after my accident, over the last several years, a lot of my Facebook friends are individuals I dealt with on the street.
Wow.
I've had people that I've arrested for embezzlement reach out to me and be like, man, thank you for doing that. That was the wake-up call that I needed. Or thank you for taking me to jail. Thank you for being that person. And, I can probably pick up the phone right now and call one of them, and they'll answer the phone and be like, hey, what is such and such doing that if I need to figure it out? And I'll be like, oh, shit, all right. We'll go down the list of it.
Lifelong connections to people.
And those are the people that you'll be looked at weird for talking to,
mm-hmm.
But it all goes back to it's on how you talk to people. It's on how you treat people. Yeah, they may have been on the wrong path at one point in their life, but and they may still be on that wrong path.
Right.
But doesn't make them bad people.
Well, and I tell people our job in recovery. I'm in recovery. If I label myself in recovery, my job is to be setting an example all day, every day for people who want to be in recovery.
Right.
And so, in setting that example, you've got to learn like every interaction matters.
Absolutely.
Your tone, your mannerisms, like your ability, like to like I even push I volunteer. Like I think that all those things, you're setting that up because people look at me and they said, like, man, how do you have time to do the coaching and do all that? I said, because I love people. I love being a mentor. I love,
Right.
I had all those years off. You know what I mean? Like I had
Yeah.
a lot of time off.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe I'm trying to make up for lost time, but at the same time, I love every minute of it.
On that aspect, doing that, they teach it at the police academy. It's literally how you talk to people. Because if I go out here and interact with somebody and just motherfuck them,
Oh, yeah.
it's that instigator.
Yeah.
Because
the
I can
escalator.
promise you that if I stepped out of the car and said that to myself is going to want to beat that person's ass for saying that. But if you get out and you actually have some type of character and morals about yourself, ethics,
respect, man.
and respect, man, the interaction, it goes back to what we were talking about when, you're dealing with inmates and the other instigators that surrounded you.
I learned, that's what I say.
It's a totally different world.
I didn't need to go to Harvard to learn how to communicate. I went to Mount Olive Correctional Complex. And when you're outnumbered by that much and you're out, you learn quickly.
There was a correctional officer who just lost his life in Virginia yesterday over an inmate interaction.
Yeah, you never, and I tell people this too. And like, I'll say this while I'm wrapping up, and I'll say, I always tell people to keep your circle really small.
Sure.
And I always tell people this, like, you never know anybody. I say, and my wife's been there when I say, I don't know my wife. I know her tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
I know her likes and dislikes. But I can only control me.
Yeah.
My mind. I know what I'm up to. What if she's had a bad interaction and it's she's going this way with it? I don't know.
Right.
And so, like, I tell people, like, just understand, you really can only control you. And that circle's small, their tendencies, but you never, ever wholeheartedly can put all of your trust and faith into one person, because what's going to happen? That's going to let you down. And when it lets you down, what are you going to do? You're going to go back to the only thing. Oh gosh, no, that was my only truth. That was my only truth. I tell my wife, I say, I love you with all my heart, but I can't say that I know you.
I know you.
Because what if you had a bad day at work, or like, God forbid, you got fired, something, and I come in the door and I'm like, hey honey, and you're like, F you, blah. I'm like, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I didn't know that. So right. I didn't know she was capable of that.
Why you gotta be so mean?
Yeah, why? But like,
I'm just a man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you never truly know, because people change minute to minute, day to day, minute to minute. And like, the only person in this world that is you. And I always tell people the difference, like, you can pee in a cup and you can pass the test, great. But in recovery, I always tell people, I want you to be the CEO of your life. You look at yourself, I'm Dave Inc., right? I'm the CEO. We make decisions based on what's best for Dave, CEO of company of Dave.
Yeah.
And I say, if you do that, it sounds selfish, but it's not, because if you're the CEO of Dave and your family makes you happy, you're going to make positive decisions on your family based on the fact that it's best for Dave, the company. And I said, when you really start thinking about it as like, what's best for me, the things that are really true to you are all going to grow. And the things that are bullshit, you know what? As CEO of company of Dave, we no longer need your services.
That's a hell of a way to look at it.
Yeah, and like that, it came to me one day. I'm the CEO of me.
Way to look at it. Yeah. Wow. So and we'll just kind of wrap up with this, and this just stems from an article that has come out recently. What aspect of your world has interacted with, like, CPS, child services, any of that
Lots.
on the addiction recovery grounds.
Tons.
Because I don't know if you've seen it, but West Virginia Department of Human Services responds to finding of child welfare system audit.
Yeah, I saw that audit.
Yeah. And I've had several people send it to me in the last couple of days because I've got a couple people that are wanting to push the social services side and like adoption, foster parent side of the mental health and substance use abuse category through this platform.
Mm-hmm.
And I've not been able to go down that avenue.
It's, man, I've dealt with it a ton, and a lot of people will only come to treatment once they got a CPS case hung on them.
Okay.
It's sad. Is our CPS system broken? Yes.
Absolutely.
In West Virginia,
our systems are broken for a long ass time.
Well, in West Virginia, CPS is almost it's a weaponized thing.
Sure.
I'm gonna call CPS on you.
Exactly.
I'm gonna call you. How many times have I heard that? You've heard that, and you're like,
it's nothing but a threat, slap on the wrist, and we go back to it just to see if you'll change.
And then, but you have the ones who the kids get taken because they show up. Parents are strung out. And I mean, rightfully so, they got to remove them because it's dangerous.
Sure.
And, my mom, at age 65, she took in an emergency. It was a member of our family and my second cousin's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And she's actually passed away from an overdose now.
Oh, wow.
Her mom. Now my sister has hers and she adopted her.
Oh, okay.
But I've seen it from that side, and I've seen what it did to my mom. It kept her busy, but that's supposed to be her golden years, and she's raising a kid who was off the chain.
Right.
So I've seen that part of it, and I'm like, my God, that's broken. I've seen the part of it where people will literally go buy the biggest house they can find with the most rooms they can find so they can get as much kids as they can get and get paid. And that's disgusting.
Absolutely. But those are the things that shouldn't be able to happen.
Right.
And that obviously what's leading to this audit and investigation is why is it happening? How is it falling through the cracks that damn bad that now we have this out from the investigator,
Well, because people cover for people.
Exactly.
And,
but at what extent do we fix it? Like, how can we fix it? It's part of that whole circle system is the system is broken.
I would, and this is a pipe dream, but I would say the best way to fix it would be to privatize it, make it because anytime that we say, all right, let's bring the state in to fix this. That's the funniest sentence on the planet. Let's bring the state in to fix this.
Should be the last sentence.
Yeah, you never want that. Because I've worked for government fund. I've worked for the state. I've worked for counties, and I've worked for private companies. And the difference is, at a private company, if I don't do my job to the best of my standards, I could walk in on a random Thursday and they'd be like, "You're fired. Go home." And when you're with these other companies, you have all these protections and all these. You basically got to murder somebody.
Get sent to a class.
We'll send you to a sensitivity training. It's called progressive discipline.
Yeah, you just need further training.
Yeah, and
you didn't mean to.
No, and so the private sector is so much better at running everything, everything, and.
But I think that comes with its own negativities because of corruption. But I think it would be less of the negativities that we're dealing with the state-run agency. Because it's so far gone, it's back to breaking the cycle.
It's so far gone, and when you have years and years and years of people just burying stuff and hiding stuff and covering for each other, and the mentality of this is the way.
Don't talk about Hillary Clinton like that.
Oh God, you're trying to get me killed. He's trying to get me killed.
You was trying to get us canceled earlier, so we might as well just knock it the rest of the way off, right?
I'm gonna have to take that German Shepherd with me to walk to my car.
Please God.
Don't say that. My daughter will be all over it. But it's all that stuff, all those years of like stuff being buried in the mentality of this is the way it's always been done. That's a sentence. If you say that to me, I'm prone to hit you.
It's stupid.
Why are we doing it like this? Well, it's always been done this way. Well, we suck at it, so we should change
You
it.
should not talk about the state police like that.
Oh,
They've done the
gosh.
same. They've done
No.
the same thing for 100 years.
Now I'm getting beaten by. I'm gonna get what they call them, the old West Virginia State Police gloves and the leather with the lead in them. I'm about to get beat down.
Slapjacks.
And slapjack. Oh Lord, they'll wrap some mine cable around me. I know some.
Well, you're in Greenbrier County. You ain't in Boone County.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, I know some stories, man. Like I talked to some of them old school guys. Their methods of ass whipping were next level, and they're like, the best thing was we wouldn't even leave a mark with a mine cable. Fair enough.
All right.
No, like
Those are the guys you just stay away from.
but yeah, but like I think it's broken. I think it's beyond repair on the state level. I think that, and that's what that report shows is like it's incompetence. There's no leadership. There's no accountability. None of the things.
There's nothing.
And let me tell you, at a private company, I have every morning. I've got accountability. I've got a board looking at me. I have my
Because you don't
supervisor
have
looking at
a
me.
sheet of paper just to check boxes on.
No, I'm trying to help people, and I've got people looking at me, making sure I'm doing the right thing.
The only thing we're doing over here is showing up for a paycheck.
Yep.
And as long as those boxes are checked and that paycheck's coming in, they don't give a shit.
No.
Nobody gives a shit. That's the thing. Nobody gives a shit.
When I find somebody that gives a shit, truly, and you find them. When you find them,
You know.
those are the people that I work with constantly. Those are the people. You talk about my circle.
Yeah.
You know, and I was talking about the different. I've got a person in every area. I know that I've got Bridget in Boone County. She runs the QRT. My friend Marky in Elkins. That's my go-to. I got Erica in Buckhannon. I've got Sharon in Logan. Like just all these people I can sit and name out.
I was going to say, but you know them by first name.
Yeah, I got Paula, and I've got Blake in Fayette County, Sharon and Shannon over there. Nicholas County, I got Jeremy Nicholas, and I got some Erica Holstein. Like I could just sit here and list all those names.
But if you go down here to the CPS office and ask them, where are my resources for here? I bet you they don't even know the ones here.
Probably tell you to go to their website.
Go to the website. Just like, Seneca.
Yeah,
go to the website.
Go to the website.
It's all listed there. Just go to the website, fill out the form, and we'll get it all taken care of.
I tell people, and this is not throwing off on anybody in general. This is just a fact. When you are in crisis and you call for help, you want to talk to somebody. You want to have a human there. You want to have a human telling you how we're going to do this, when we're going to do this, how soon we're going to do this. If you tell somebody to get online, fill out an application, and you'll get back with them tomorrow, you lost them. No, my goal.
You lost them at get online.
My goal is within an hour, if the transport hasn't picked you up yet, you know it's on the way. And I'm going to keep calling you to make sure you know it's on the way.
Right.
And like I was getting ready, I will show you this because like I was getting ready to possibly have to call and cancel with you today. I know we talked about that yesterday. Let me see.
We did talk about that yesterday,
but
a totally different aspect.
This was a woman that was trying to go to treatment, right? And they were having a hard time finding a ride. And I was like, well, if I have to, I can call and cancel and reschedule this podcast. I'll let you know. Because I was going to drive back to Fayette County, pick up this individual, and drive them to Morgantown to make sure they got the treatment.
Right.
And again, people in my line of work, they don't do that. Yeah. I do.
Honestly, I couldn't name another soul other than you that does that.
And I will always do that till my last day doing this. If there is somebody who needs it, I'm going to take them.
Have you heard about the place that it's called Seat Sower?
I work with them, Jay, all the time. Jay from Seats. I remember when Jay first started his company.
Really?
I remember he had.
I literally just heard about them less than a week ago.
Man, Justin that works there, he does their logistics. Me and him, if you'll see on our TikTok every now and then, we'll cut wrestling promos on each other.
Mm-hmm.
But man, their program's amazing. And like that new place they opened in Beckley called The Well,
mm-hmm.
they have They have great. They have classrooms there. They have groups there. He's got like a washer and dryer set up, and the cost to do your laundry is a 15-minute session with the PRSS.
Really?
Like it's just genius stuff that engages you. And they do so much transports for us. I mean, there's no way we could get people to treatment like we did without
Sure.
Jay.
So you guys use their
Oh
transport
yeah,
a lot?
absolutely. We're trying to. I know they're trying to hire, and I'm pushing them out there. Like, guys, go to work with Jay.
Yeah.
Like,
I've seen their. My mom's actually the one that found them
yeah,
and mentioned them to me, and I've kind of put it on the back burner, but I need to reach out to somebody from there.
I
But
got you.
if you got me,
I got you. I got you,
I'll
buddy.
take it because that is something like that's huge.
It's
The
a big deal.
transport aspect of it is huge because just over what little bit of time that I've dealt with it, law enforcement wise, and now just being on the outside looking in, transport's the hard thing. And I've dealt with a couple people in the last year that have that I've known from my law enforcement days that I've interacted with, and be like they'll reach out and message me like, hey, could you spot me $5? Like, I can spot you $5, but that's going to get you a meal to treatment. Like you're going to go to treatment if I'm going to help you.
Yeah,
And as soon as treatment comes up, dude, you'll never hear from them again. But it's, hey, I'm in Charleston in a motel, and I don't have a car. Me and my boyfriend got in a fight,
mm-hmm.
and he left. I'm like, okay, well, if I get you a ride to treatment, are you going to go? And then you still don't hear from them again. But when it comes down to it, if you find somebody that does say yes, how the hell are you going to get them there?
And it's I think that it used to be called Logisticare, and then they changed the name to Motive Care, and they're the ones that handle all the Medicaid transportation.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going out of business again.
Imagine.
I wish to God that Jay from Seed Sower could run the entire program because he runs it. He bills through Motive Care,
mm-hmm.
but he has his employees, his vehicles, and his rules.
Right.
And he treats his people. He pays them well. He treats them well. And they have never not shown up. And if they were running behind, they call.
Right.
Like they're legit. And like these other companies have failed. They change their name and they fail again. And it's like, let somebody who's proven that they can do it, do it.
Yeah.
Jay has proven he can do it.
Yeah.
And then Jay's probably listening to this going, no.
Not to make a joke about it, but I got on their website and seen what all they had.
Mm.
It looks great.
Jay's, I'm telling you, he's the real deal.
Seneca's may look great. I didn't care to get on there and look, but I don't figure, because I know if I call up there, they're just going to tell me to go to the website, even if I have a question about something I found on the website.
I don't understand that going away from a human connection when people are in crisis, or like you're in a
It's kind of like calling AT&T when you have a problem with your cell phone.
No. But there are some things I can help you with on the automated system. I'm like, talk to person. But what would you like to? I'm like, talk to person.
Get ready to cancel your entire phone plan.
Yes.
Just because this automated system can help you better than a real person.
And like and think about that. And like, so you've made a decision. Like, fuck, man, I'm going to change my life. Well, if you would like to change, there's no option that says if you would like to change your life, press 4. It's like you got to go through all this crap.
And then you press 4, and then it's like, we'll transfer you, and then beep beep beep.
Oh gosh,
leave a voicemail.
That's why I'm so constantly I tell people call me 24/7 because one, I know if you call me, I'm a control freak. And I can figure it out. And if I get some kind of pushback, I'm gonna bulldoze it. And if something happens and I can't get you a ride, I'll be like, hey, I'll literally I call my wife. I'll be like, wife, I'll be back. Where you going? Morgantown. Be safe. Watch for deer. You know what I mean? Like,
she already knows.
Yeah, I'm gonna go, and she supports it. She's proud. She's proud of it.
I told my mom the story that you told me the other day. The girl that was going to leave treatment. And because her mom was going to throw her stuff out.
Yep.
And you asked her where she lived, and you dropped everything what you were doing and going to get that. And I told Mom, I was like, that's the motivation and the personal side that this issue needs.
Well, and I saw her again this weekend.
Now she's gonna have a big head because she's standing outside the door.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't want to walk in because the dogs will bark.
But I saw that young lady at treatment, and she's still there. She looks amazing. And if me making a 2 hour.
How long was she in treatment before that phone call?
She was there this was her first phone call, so she'd been there a week. And when she called home, Mom's like, I'm throwing all your crap out. Like, I'm done with you. I wash my hands of you. I'm done.
What was your interaction with the mom?
It was interesting. Her mom owned and operated a bar, and that's where she met me. And she, knowing who I was like, when you come in for a beer, I'm looking at her like, no. I just, no. And
that's not why I'm here.
Like I understood a lot more about the patient after the interaction.
Right.
But if me driving 2 hours to get that stuff will keep her there, dude, she's doing great.
Yeah.
So what? You know?
That was wild to me, just because I can see that happening in a lot of instances.
And like, it's sad.
And being the reason why a lot of people just dip out on treatment and fall right back in the same cycle.
It was sad because all of her stuff, her life was in one trash bag.
Really?
And that one trash bag, I would
trash
want
bag meant so much to her that she would have thrown it all away.
And it was worth every minute of the drive. And like,
that's crazy.
I want to do that for everybody. And I will, to the point of sometimes I get the whole, you got to take a day off. I'm like, I don't want to,
But it's the thought in the back of your head that if you take a day off, somebody's not going to get what they need.
And I don't like it. I don't, even on vacation. I've been in South Florida, laying on the beach, going, "This is Dave Taylor. How can I help you?" I tell people it's not a job, it's not a career, it's like a passion. It's a passion and a ministry that And I tell people I'm not religious. I'm spiritual.
Sure.
And, and it's like, this is my ministry. And I think I was put on this planet. I went through all the things that I went through, so I could be here to help people get through the things they're going through.
And I think that comes down to there's a reason everything happens.
1,000.
There's not an answer to why things happen, and I've looked at that ever since my accident. There's a reason that happened and put me in the positions that it has. Same reason we're sitting here today.
That's it.
Can't explain it, but that's why it happens.
And you're turning everything into a positive. Like,
if you look at everything negatively, you're just going to sit and woe is me all day.
Professional victim. I was the king of it, buddy.
We're all guilty of that at one point in our lives. And I think it's what you do after that is what defines that, and what defines that actual answer to everything happens for a reason. So,
well, are you gonna let it beat you, or are you gonna learn a lesson from it?
Yeah.
You can learn a lesson from everything. I've learned that. Like,
I've learned so many lessons. I forgot most of them.
Like, what's the lesson in this? There's a lesson here somewhere.
There's a lesson in everything.
Yeah.
Whether it be a negative or a positive, it's up to you to find it, though. But you can't let that one experience of a negative define what you do after that moving forward, because
it's all how you frame it.
Life is a daily thing. Yeah. You can do fucked up shit one day and do amazing things the next, so you can't let that define you.
Oh, it's my massage therapist. Like, she said it best, and like, she's like, and anything I'll say that's messed up, and she goes, "Well, Dave, that's all part of the human condition." And I'm like, you know what? That's right. Everything, if you look at it, it's all part of the human condition. Everything.
That's true.
I'm like, see, because I'm always out. Look, I'm out here constantly stealing cliches from people and stealing knowledge, because it all helps.
Hey, I'll pick a conversation apart. I'll pick a podcast apart.
I love it.
Base a podcast off of whatever, but it's having that mindset that a lot of people have lost touch with, and we don't do that anymore.
People don't want to go the extra mile.
People sit on TikTok and pick apart and throw out conspiracy theories all day long.
Mm-hmm.
But by God, we think for ourselves.
Yeah. It's, people, I tell people all the time, like, how can you go the extra mile if you won't get off your ass?
Yeah.
And that's
Look outside the box.
yeah.
Step outside the box.
I don't have a box. I've never read the book. And that's why I love Doug, man. He's our founder because, like I said, again, he was like, you be Dave, just be Dave.
Yeah.
That's all I want from you.
Just be
Just
Dave.
be you. Bring that energy. And I'm like, let's do it.
But that's the only person you know how to be is Dave.
It makes my job
I don't
easy.
know how to be Matt.
Makes my job easy, man.
Yeah. So, well, is there anything you want to touch on before we wrap it
No,
up?
it's just if you want to get a hold of me for any kind of, and it's not just treatment, any kind of resources you need, my phone is loaded, and you can get a hold of me 304-877-1371, and that's anytime, and I will go out of my way. If I don't have the answer, I know who does. So
I'll get your contact stuff and post it in the notes of this.
Awesome, man.
When it goes live, and we'll definitely be talking more. But
heck yeah,
this was good,
dude. It flowed, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It flowed so bad.
Hit end on this real quick.
If it like.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of the Quadcast.
Remember, breaking stigma doesn't stop when the episode ends. We're building a movement, and you're a part of it. Stay strong, stay aware, and stay connected.
And this is the Quadcast, signing out.